Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is The Rant. And today I'm going to be asking you, and I hope you do the same to others, are you okay? Let's discuss. Hello. Welcome to the show. That was Hetriani, is Hetriani, and that was Soaring Down from his album Soaring Down. As you can see, that is available on Bandcamp, and I do implore you to go check it out, go buy it, because it's completely different than everything else you've probably known Hetriani for. It's a funny, you know, as musicians, you get categorized into these boxes and people expect you to do this one thing, and Hetriani, being the man that he is, just turns around and goes, you know what, here's this. And totally written for himself, for others, of course. You know, you write music hopefully for others to enjoy, but the music that he loves to play. And it's not just chugga, 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 yeah? because most seasoned, talented artists are like that. They have other interests. That's what makes their music so fantastic, because they don't just listen from one particular place. And it's a wicked album, so you should go and grab it. Hetriani.bandcamp.com is the place to go. Thomas Christ is banging the links because he's a bloody legend. Thank you very much, Thomas, for that. I've purchased it, so you should too. And I think it's the only. Is it the only place you can get it? I think it is the only place you can get it. So there is that. Hello to everybody here in the chat. I wish I didn't. I didn't want to do this show today. Nobody wants to do shows like this because it's not cool. Gary Harbs is in the house. We got Jenny Jolivet and Gordon Lee Weaver, Audible Video, Russ 8889, Chris Lane Senior, Hugh Caldwell. Who else have we got as I scroll through the list of folks? Joe Glenn, hello. Oh, I'm muted. Muted. Oh, no, that's why. I'm muted. How long have I been muted for? Fuck me. Let's start again. Let's scroll up. We're back now. This is the problem of being colorblind, folks. And what happens is Rode make this device here that use color coding to fucking work it. And fuck off YouTube. Now my bit rate's shocking. Oh, I give up. YouTube has been really bad lately. So anyway, I'm back. I hit the wrong button. Anyway, shall I go back? What was the last thing people heard me say? Tell me in the chat what you actually heard me say, and I'll go back. The audio stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. Fucking hell, man. Some greetings. All right, cool. Let's continue on with greetings. We'll go back here. We've got Tremor Bear. We've got Dave Bops. Leela. Leela did a great show yesterday. She was amazing. Gary Harbs, Riverbend Sim, Barry and Joe Glenn, Pete Johns, Thomas Christ, Russ, Audible Video. You know who you are. Chris Lane Senior. Hugh Caldwell. Brad Example. The power's on. Is there something wrong with it? It's because your power's out, Brad. It'd be metal. Hello, Hugh. I'm throwing. I'll tell you what. The thing is, I didn't want to do this today. I didn't want to talk about this. I had a completely different show set up. Sunshine Archer. Hello, Sunshine Archer. I've missed heaps of you. The thing is, I had a completely different show set up, and thanks, Russ. It was you who got me by sending me a message on iMessage. See, Brad, if you check your fucking messages on your phone, you can actually sort things out. But there you go. I had a show set to talk about time today and it was a completely different thing, but kind of ties into what we're going to talk about today. And I want to share a story about Hetriani first before, of course we're going to get to it. If you've been on my show, if I've interviewed you on my show, which many of you have been on my show. I normally use this. I use the Hetriani interview I did as like this example for everybody. Since if you've been on after Hetriani, I use this for every single person. Gordon's been on. I'm sure many of you have been on, have heard me say this at the start before the interview in private, is listen, if you come on my show, I don't have any set questions. I just have bullet points. If I ask you a question, I'm dangling a string in front of you. And if you pull the string, all right, then what's going to happen is I'm going to pull it and I'm going to keep pulling the string. So try not to give me any form of answer that I have the opportunity to tug on and expose more. And I always use the example of Chris, of Hetriani. When he came on, he was, go back and watch it. The interview's still up. All my interviews are still up except for one. But there's a reason to that. So the question was, I can't, off the top of my brain, he answered the question and said, oh, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But I had these two massive car accidents. And anyway, and it was like, what? You just can't go, anyway, had this fucking major shit happen and then just keep going on with the conversation. We need, what? And it opens a can of worms. And so I use Hetriani all the time as the example of like, be careful what you say on interviews because I will drill further in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, many of you will know that. He has a bionic back. The dude is, you know, he's the Terminator. He's impervious. He's a machine. And you know what? He's one of the most softest spoken, beautiful, kind people you'll ever meet. And, you know, put him in front of a microphone, and he's a psycho. But the reason I'm talking about him playing his music today was really, really sad news. He's had a really tough year too. And, man, so this happened. And his daughter has passed away. And it's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. It's really, really shit. And so we have a pinned comment. And in the description, if you'd like to support the family during this, his daughter Riley has passed away. And it's just heartbreaking. He's been through so much, man. And I'm not trying to, like, here's the deal. Again, everyone's going through a whole heap of shit. And we all have at some time or right now or yesterday are going through some really, really heavy shit. But losing a kid, man, it's just, I couldn't imagine. And I'm sure those of you with kids, just Leela knows. She talks about it openly. It's just the worst. So yeah. So and I want to talk about during COVID we had this series here on the show called Wart, and that's how the We All Rise Together thing happened. Yeah, because in COVID times, it seemed like a really good time to talk about this stuff because we were all locked in a house and we didn't really know, we didn't know. This was all fucking new to us. In fact, it's not new because there's been pandemics for a long time. It's just we haven't experienced such a thing in this modern era. So for us to be living in a modern era and then be told to be locked in a house, it was very, very strange. Some people, in fact, were really fucking bizarre about it and got super angry and stuff, and that was crazy. Hello, Laurie's Mishmosh. I want to thank Laurie because she has, like Laurie always does, Laurie's big inspiration to me. You guys know that she's kind of mother hen on this community, right? And she doesn't ask to be that. She just has this natural instinct. She's a mum. Right, and there's a few of us that are mums, and you just do stuff, don't you? You just take on roles and responsibility, and she has spread this out as far and wide as she can, and I'm trying to do my bit, and I think, if you got a platform to do this, then please do so, share it out on social media, and let's help a bro out. You're not going to hear me say that very often, yeah? Hubs? Fucking bank it. So there's that. And yeah. So I, it's not often I'm lost for fucking words. I saw this pop up and just my heart sank so hardcore. Like, and we've talked about it on these Warts shows that we've done in the past. We've had shows on bullying, we've had shows on depression, we've had shows on anxiety, we've done shows on a lot of things we've talked about here. And sure, it's not for everyone, some of those shows. A lot of people come to this clipped bro. The only time I say bro, Gary Hubs, is when I'm angry at something in my own house when nobody can hear me. And I'll be like, oh, this can opener, bro. And I use it as a derogatory term, where I know the rest of you use it as like a lovey, huggy term. I use it as a I hate you. But that's just me. Man. Yeah, you call everything ho. Well, it's not often I'm sitting here lost for words. I haven't said much about this during the week that I saw this come up. Here it is again. I think I left a comment. I haven't even reached out to Hetriani, and it's what do you say? You know, you can only say so many words that. But yeah. So I guess what I want to talk about today, I don't want to sit here and just focus on this. I want to talk about this Are You OK stuff. I've been talking about it all September because I don't know if you know this, in this world, somehow along our timeline of humanity, we decided to go, let's just make days for things. And it's okay to be gay day. And this day, and I get the sentiment behind it, but it is kind of empty and vapid and doesn't really make much. You know, it's kind of like, to me, the gay pride, right, which I've been involved in and stuff, being trans and all that, and I just think, why just for a month is it okay? I don't get it. So what? You for a month, it's like, oh, I'm your friend, but the rest of the time, go fuck yourself. And Are You OK Day is a thing. So this year it was September 11, which is a very strange day to have that. But it changes each year. But Are You OK Day? And it gets me thinking all the time, why? Why just this day? It's a thing that we all should be doing all the time, asking each other, are you okay? It's a pretty simple thing to do. I mean, you know, here's the thing. And we're pretty good at this stuff, like in this little community. Remember, we're kind of doing all right. We do have a bit of a support network of people through our music, which is, sure, there's some little bumps in the roads and here and there, and things go a little bit haywire. But overall, I think we do try to convey messages to each other in private or in groups to, hey, somebody's going through this, and try to do good stuff, yeah? But these days just really stress me out because there's not enough of it just in the other 364 days. Is that how many days there are in a year? I don't even know. But it is, and you're right, E-Urban, it's a very corporate thing. People want to jump on board, and, you know, there's all these things out there called non-profits, and everybody's trying to get a foot in the door to get their company known and wave buzzwords and all this kind of stuff. But it is really simple. I mean, every day we joke about this. I say the hello gauntlet. But how often outside of what this little community of music makers is, can you be guaranteed that you're in a group watching a content creator, and then within you get dumped to another channel and the same people are all there and you all still say hello to each other even though you just saw each other. And it's funny, right? It's a bit of a joke. We get it. I call it the hello gauntlet, get a bit of a laugh out of it. But at the same time, it's pretty fucking sweet. It is very endearing and nice. And I know sometimes nice is a bit daggy and stuff. But why? Why is it daggy? Or Americans probably don't understand that. A bit what's a dag? Another term for a dag. A bit silly. There you go. A bit silly, or a bit. But it sounds silly, and it is kind of sweet. But you know what? And it's okay to ask these things. It is our thing, you know, and that's it. Like, fuck off if you don't fucking like it. And you know what? Because it's our thing too, we're allowed to take the piss out of it as well because it's our thing, right? And it can be your thing as well too. But there is I like the idea of saying to people, asking people, are you okay? Because most of the time, see, people don't know what to do when they say they're not okay. But I haven't seen that much in this community when people say they're not okay, right? Especially we're all splintered into little groups, and you can say that's all. But yeah, I see it all the time that people are checking in on each other, and I really love that. And I'm not here to like push that and say make sure you, but I am, because you know I forget as well, and we all forget. We're all not bloody perfect. Nobody's perfect, and if you are, I don't know, maybe you're in the wrong group of people, because we like imperfection here and a bit of silliness and all that kind of stuff. And look, E-Urban, I've been watching E-Urban's posts on E's channel lately, and E's not okay, right? And I think I spoke to you last week, had a short message back and forward. I can't solve anything, can I? But it's just, I guess you just send a message, and it lets people know that they exist, and that somebody's paying some kind of attention to you, because it's really easy to get lost in the crowd in this planet of very loud. It seems the voices that are getting louder on this planet at the moment are the voices who are not okay. They're not okay. And, they show that by like trying to make everybody else not okay as well. And I'm not going into political shit or anything like that. I think it's just the sentiment of people, the intent. There's a lot of people that are very unhappy and just want to like make you be unhappy as well too. And that's not okay. It really isn't okay. And I don't know, this isn't a show with magical answers or anything like that, but my best solution is just fucking ignore it. Just move on. There's no point getting in arguments. The more and more we, and it's harder to say than do, right? Especially when you've got a loud mouth like me, and I want to fire back and put people in their place. But you know what? I've spent a lot of my years putting people in their place. Not people who didn't deserve it. Obviously, people who are very foolish and very angry and want to start shit with everybody. And I used to sit there and type these fucking huge epic essays and then post to these people and go, fucking got them that time. And then eventually I stopped doing that, because I'd look back and go, geez, that's well written. Why did I waste it on that idiot? Why? Like, they're not even reading that. I don't even think they can read. So why am I doing this? And you start to see that playing that game is not cool. It doesn't get anywhere. It just gets more angry people come frothing at the mouth, wanting to get more angry. And it's not contributing to moving us to a place of trying to like tolerate each other. I mean, I'm not trying to say let's get world peace, but can we just start at some tolerance? You know, I think that's one of the things too, and that it's like musical taste, right? You're not going to like everyone's fucking song, and we know this, right? You're not going to you're not going to like every style of music that somebody puts out. You're not going to like everyone's fucking music, and it's okay. It's okay to be like that. What's not okay is to go, this fucking sucks and you're a loser. Like, that's the shit but it's okay to say, hey, good work, well done. I think that's one of the things I mentioned at the start about Hetriani releasing his music, that album, and people thought it was going to be like full on do. And what happened is he released the music that he loved and makes him really happy. And you might not like it, but you can't sit here and say that dude's a shit guitarist. There's no way you can do that. Saying negative stuff like publicly just to dogpile and attack people, it's just shit. It makes eventually, you know what, the pattern, people see a pattern and then they make a decision on you. They go, that person's always typing negative shit. They're always saying fucking negative fucking shit openly, and they just don't care. And people will make the assumption that that person's a negative piece of shit, and they just won't come anymore. They just won't interact with you anymore. And then people will stop asking if you're okay. And look, I'm terrible at this. I've had so many people ask me if I'm okay, if I'm doing well. And, I think we all suffer from this. You kind of go, yeah, I'm okay, but you're not. But at the same time, you don't want to burden people with stuff, right? You don't want to drama dump. That's a very new word that you see around, drama dump, where you come into chats or stuff and the first thing you type is like, hello, everybody, I've got cancer. And it's like, whoa. And yeah, that's fucking awful. But drama dumping is, I don't know how I got there. Let's read some comments. I'm absolutely unscripted today and stuttering around my I need a coffee. Jesus Christ. Thank you all for hanging out. You're not going to learn anything from this. Hopefully you'll feel better after it. But that's where I was. People asking me how I am. And I sometimes don't know what to fucking say. I don't know what to say. This is the thing. I can sit here till the cows turn pink and fly away to planet Mars. But at the end of the day, when somebody does ask you if you're okay, there's this balance. There's this, I don't want to like drama dump everything on them and just go, wow, fucking this. And at the same time, you still want to let people know, things aren't so good. And it's okay to be not okay, right? Can I get a hallelujah? I don't even have a hallelujah. I'll get some, yeah. It's okay to be not okay. Because you know what? You ain't got a choice, really. You ain't got a choice. If you're not okay, you're not okay. And who knows how long that's going to last. Things like depression and anxiety and all these things. Don't let people fucking make you feel bad if you're not doing okay. All right? Don't let them. In fact, don't even fight them over it. Just fucking delete them. Really. I learned this way too late in my life. You know what? When people are dumb cunts, just delete them. Really. You don't need the aggravation. There's some people I have on Facebook, right? There's a couple in particular. They're not from this community. And I only keep them on Facebook just to watch the nightmare that seems to be their life. And that's really bad. I know, but some people there's one in particular I watch, and I kind of feel like I'm at the zoo sometimes. And you know what? I can't even reach out to say, are you okay? Because I know if I do that, I'm going to get my head snapped off. Because this particular person, all their posts are like, I'm not doing okay, but if you question me about it, I'll fucking rip you apart. And you can't even offer any help or anything because it's that. And sarcasm is very healthy, right? But again, it's very hard, isn't it? Because you got to pick and choose the way you deliver sarcasm. Yeah? Because not everybody understands it, especially Americans. Am I right? Sorry. It just is a thing, especially with humor. All right. So we're lucky. We got some Americans here who are very good and get the Aussie and the UK humor, which is constantly grinding. Like we do. I mean, that's a thing that Australians do a lot and the UK does a lot. We get through things by taking the piss. Taking the piss is it's an art form, and it does help you get through, I think. Oh, you understand? Look at everybody. Look at this guy here. This guy yesterday, his fucking appendix exploded, and he was in hospital, and now he's out of hospital. I have an idea. His appendix exploded yesterday. Man, there's a lot of fucking illness going around, isn't there? Heavy duty shit. We have had so many people. There's so many people going around at the moment who are in hospital and dealing with shit. What is in the water? Is there something in the water? Man, Hey, yeah. He was in. He is a tough guy. He was in hospital, got his appendix pulled out, and now he's back home and he's sitting here hanging out with us. Laurie says, also, if I ask somebody if they're okay, I will definitely listen to their response. That's a little different than just saying, how you doing? Yes, true. And that's the thing too. Like, here's some advice. If you are going to ask somebody how they are doing, check in with them or something. Make sure you have some time set aside to fucking like continue. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if it's like, oh, I've got a minute to spare, I'll just find out if somebody's doing okay. That's not going to fly, man, because, you know, you don't know what people are going through. And sometimes when you open that can of worms, boom, that can of worms is full of fucking lots of worms. And you got to have some time to conversate. Yes? Did I say hi to Dell? Hi, Dell. Pausing guitars. Hello to you as well. And, of course, I have an idea. If I've missed you at the start, it's because I was muted for like the first 2 minutes like a bloody idiot. So professional. That's me. You're on a chemotherapy treadmill. Dude, what is going on? Why is everybody... RFK opened a can of brainworms. Well, I don't know about that. I think he ate them himself, but that's all right. Again, yeah, look, and there seems like there's not a lot of people that are doing very well at the moment. And I'm not talking political ideology or any of this stuff. Man, people are fucking taking matters in their own hands and going crazy and shooting people. And oh my God. It's a fucking really twisted world out there. Here's an example. I went to my doctor the other day and, because I got a whole bunch of health shit going on. It's all good because, you know, you gotta just go and get it sorted. Go and get it sorted. Go and see a doctor. Yeah, go start the ball rolling today if you're feeling like shit. And I end up talking to the doctor, and she goes, "Well, we've got 8 minutes to spare." And it was the first time in 3 years I've had this doctor. I actually had a conversation with her, and was like, "So, yeah, Tylenol." And she was like, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? And in 8 minutes of our conversation, she was like, so how are you going, like, just in the world as a trans person? And I was like, oh, you know, not very good. It seems like we're to blame for everything at the moment. And she goes, honey, you should try living as a... you should try living as a lady wearing a hijab. I was like, didn't think about that. And, you know, for everybody's differences and their beliefs and all this kind of stuff, a lot of people are going through the same thing. No matter what it is, if it's your race or your sexual preference or whatever it is, it just doesn't matter. If you're somewhat different at the moment, you're a target. And it's a very strange thing when you can't change anything about it. It's like, I've tried. Trust me, I tried. And these people are going to be fucking... we are in some very trying times at the moment. And it's very hard to get... It's very easy to get sucked into the wormhole of anger and bullying. And bullying's a thing. There's a lot of bullying going on at the moment. There is a heap of bullying. And I've seen some people like go, I'm being bullied. I'm like, honey, you're not being bullied. You should see the amount of bullying that is happening online, and not in this community. I'll tell you what, we are, again, very lucky to have Robbie Stingle here, because, like, just throw beavers in the chat, and you know what? I love that. Whatever, beavers. Imagine getting upset over some beavers in the chat. That would be very strange. But I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I apologize for this show. I'm going to play some more of Hetriani's music. Let's do this. This one's called Brothers, because bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. Hetriani, and it was Brothers, aka Bro. Hello, Moby Pixel. I agree. This community rocks. I get up every day, and I'm very thankful for this community. I'm very thankful for how many people, no matter how many people come, and I do these interviews and have all these amazing people on from all different walks. And the one thing that everybody who comes on the show, especially from outside of this community, right? So remember, I do interview people from outside of this community, and nearly every one of them who comes in here goes, "Wow, the people in the chat are so nice." And you guys should give yourselves a pat on the back for that, because it is very, very cool. And, I think it's quite a shock for some people who do come across to some of our chats and stuff, because it's not like that on everywhere on YouTube. It definitely isn't. There's LawTube and there's like conspiracy channels, and there's some fucking really crazy shit out there where people are just doxing each other, and hey, and you don't know who to trust. And it's so bizarre that people do that shit. And that, whatever you have here, a little hiccup or somebody says, it's very minor, and it should be treated like that. Very, very minor, and move on as fast as possible. Because if you let these things dwell, then it causes rifts, and it's Costa, and we joke with each other so much. And if you can't take the piss out of each other, I'm the first one to say I'm a dickhead every day. Costa doxes me every day, but it's a joke. He doesn't really do it. It's a joke, right? But really, there are people out there who do that shit. And bullying is a really big part of a lot of communities at the moment. And trust me, you want some history on me with bullying? Just so you can gather, right? I've been bullied for being trans, all this kind of stuff. And, there's been some points where it's got me down. And still, even now, I get random emails during the week just from faceless people I've never met before, using fucking Proton mail accounts because they're so gutless, saying you're a fucking tranny scumbag and I hope you die and all this dumb shit. Fucking threats to my family, just weird shit, man. And you just think, fucking hell, dude, what happened to you? Are you okay? And it brings us back to this. Are you okay? Because fuck. But what does it take to get to that point where you're sitting there so angry that you are fucking writing emails to, writing emails to people, no, seriously, and telling people fucking you want them to die? It's very strange. Look, I can't fathom what it's like to be a kid these days, but I think most of us, because we're all a bunch of old ducks here on these communities, we're all older. And we all know that school was full of bullies. Yeah, it was full of bullies, and it's just the way it is. But can you imagine these days? Yeah, well, some of us have got kids, and we've seen it with our kids. Not only do they go to school, and they're told, fucking, look at your fucking shoes, you're a loser. And then they got to come home, bottle that shit up, and then they got to come home and then jump on social media because they've all got phones. And they get told there on social media and private message, you're a loser, your shoes are still shit, even though I don't see you. And you just think, fuck me, man. Wow. How do you... And I know, like, we've talked about this on the channel with YouTube and their new rules about, like, teenagers and stuff getting on and showing your ID and all this. So I still don't know if that's the right way to go about it. Who knows? We haven't found a solution, but like the thing is that it is happening. It really is happening. So for the amount that's happening to us who are adults and grown up, and we can make decisions on like, I'll just delete this person and move on. But for kids, man, remember they're bloody kids, and kids are meant to make mistakes and fuck up all the time, and we're meant to like guide them and get them through. Because if they don't make these mistakes, right, then they're going to get older and make all these mistakes, and that's going to have a lot more impact. So that's what our roles are as parents with our kids, to guide them through those mistakes, allow them to make those mistakes, allow them to get their hands dirty, fall in the river, fucking eat dog poo, whatever our kids fucking do. And I'm sure many of you in the chat have got stories that things that your kids have done, and you just go, oh my God, you came out of my fucking vagina? How did this happen? But it's got to be just fucking relentless. And we know this, just over mundane, stupid shit like clothing. Fucking somebody's tooth is a little bit different than the rest of their mouth. They got a fucking mole on their cheek, and they don't have the tools to be able to deal with this kind of stuff. And it leads to some pretty fucking horrendous stuff. Just take a look. I don't want to dwell on stuff like the shootings and stuff, but are we paying attention? Because remember when shootings and stuff used to, and I'm focusing on America because we don't have guns here, but remember when shootings were just like some lone crazy guy in a post office and the term postal was a thing, right? And that's no different. Most of those people probably came from a place of being bullied at work, right, in a closed office or something. And it was all that kind of thing. Postal was the thing. And then all of a sudden it was schools that were shooting. And now, I don't know if you're seeing what's going on, children are doing it now. Children are literally getting guns and killing people. What is going on, man? We gotta contain this bullying thing. It's creating this anger and resentment. And, again, we have fuckwits in power who are like demonizing people, just demonizing people just for whatever they want. There's going to be, listen, if you push people really hard, there's going to be pushback. You can't do this, right? This is what you can't do, but it is happening. Trans people are all evil. Take away, do all this, and I'm just using one particular group here. Don't take this as me like doing a cry. You can't just take a group of people and go publicly as like leaders, these people are really bad. And then when those people turn around and go, you know what, fuck you all, and start shooting people, and then go, look, they are. It's like, you made them do it. That's bullying at the fucking highest level. It's fucking wrong. And it starts, how do you stop it? Again, I don't have solutions. I don't know what to do, but it's just constant. It just feels like every corner you turn these days away from this little community that we have, there's somebody sitting there in the bushes waiting to jump out and go, I hate you, you're a fucking loser, look at your shoes. I was like, give me a fucking break, man. Can I just, I can't afford any better shoes. What, are you going to pay for them? Really? I mean, and we all went through this. We all saw somebody at school if you weren't bullied. But at some point, everybody's kind of bullied. And it sucks, man, because there is a current trend of kids having no hope, having despair in their life, and talking about despair and nihilistic. Nihilism is a thing now, and it's not a good thing for our young kids, is it? Nihilism? Nihilism used to be a thing for us. We'd be like, but now nihilism is a thing for young people, and they have so much ahead of them, so much life ahead of them, and I don't know, man. I don't know, it's really fucking distressing. Yeah. Where else want to go? Are you okay? I mean, is the answer taking fucking devices from kids? Probably not. You can't do it now. It's too ingrained in our systems. Technology's a part of us. It's the technocrats are well in full force, and we're all fucking ruled by these devices and stuff. But I guess checking in more often. I got no advice. I don't even know what to say. I don't even feel qualified, but I feel very stressed that this kind of stuff is happening on top of all the things that we have going on with just paying the bills and fucking getting through another week of fucking, yeah. How are you guys going? Are you okay? Tell us in the chat or in the live stream, and if you're watching this on the replay, you can leave a comment and do this. Let us know something good. Just one thing that's in the last week that's been good. I'll tell you what's been good on my end. And while I'll give you time, because I know there's like an 8-second delay, I'll tell you something that's really good that's going on with me. I have accomplished a whole bunch of things this week. And even last night, I worked really hard yesterday to finish a bunch of projects for Songtember and do Patreon and got everybody's winning codes out to them and got some songs that I mastered for people. And I feel really accomplished. Why? Because I completed the task that I wanted to complete. And not only that, as I threw it out into the universe, now those people's things are complete as well, and they can move forward to the next thing. So that brings me joy to know that the things I completed yesterday helped other people complete their things, and they have now less stress in their life. And that's good, because I don't like dwelling on my problems too much, yeah? Accomplishments, they should be celebrated, absolutely. Laurie says, I just had an awesome steak on the grill, and today still feels like summer. It is. Little things mean a lot. You know what? It fucking does. They do. It doesn't matter like how small a thing. I got out of bed today. You know what? That's fucking brilliant. If that's it, you got out of bed, I love you for doing that. There's a lot of people who can't. I couldn't get out of bed for fucking a few years at one point and just wanted to die in a bed. Robbie says, I'm hanging in there. My friend and his daughter helped me trim bushes today, and my cat slept with me last night. Fuck yeah! I love that. Russ finished his album. Dude, Russ has been working on that album for over a year, and now he's only waiting on me to master it. Well done, Russ. Pay it forward, people. You know what? I can sit here till the cows come home and tell you guys to pay it forward. You guys already do it, right? You already do it. Have I missed any up here? Let's make sure I get everything. All right. I accomplished things, I guess. Dude, you got 2 songs finished for Songtember. And you're the best moderator on the planet. And you, Nicholas, I know you from way back when, and I think you and this page a great outcome from all the work you do. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you. What have you done? Have you had anything good in your life, Nicholas? Let us know, please. One good thing, Tremor Bear. I can tell you 4 good things about you, Tremor Bear. I'll stick with one. Have you seen the amount of music Tremor Bear's been releasing lately? Fuck me. So much music, so much good music too. Not like just throwing shit out there and then it's just average shit. Dude is a fantastic musician. Dealing with tremors and fucking poor health. Amazing. Costa, I wrote 2 songs and did my Songtember release. Well done to you, Costa. And you didn't try to dox me today. I'm proud. I love you, Costa. Joe says, Barry put a scratch track down, then realised that he forgot to tune his guitar. But you know what? At least he realised that he hadn't tuned his guitar. Because that would have been worse if he recorded the guitar on... Oh, no, he did do the scratch track. Sorry. Forget that. My brain hurts. Chris Lane says, wrote 2 new songs on my vacation. At least one doesn't totally suck. I'm sure they're both fucking good. What are you talking about? Hello, Feisty Feather. You got anything you want to share with us that's good? Tell us something that's good. Folks, come on, keep it going because it's healthy. It's healthy to talk about the good stuff with all the negative shit that they throw at us. They just want us to be fucking angry all the time and tear each other down. Paul says, my daughter encouraged me to perform that spoken word piece live. I did it last night and it went well. Fuck yes. Good daughter. That's what you want, man. All right, settle down, crowd. Settle down. What do we got? I actually managed to stream. Well done. Hey, have you finished a song, Herbs? Because I see you've got songs going on, right? What do we got? Feisty Feather says, I'm trying to find headphones so I can listen. Well done. Well done. If you find them. Everything should be celebrated. You know what I mean? I look after about 60 very funny chickens. They offer good counsel. Well, all I've got for a sound effect for that is pigeons. That's all I've got. I've only got pigeons. One good thing, my eczema hasn't flared up yet. Well, that's good. That's fucking awesome. You know, you got to take every fucking win you can these days. I know it's we shouldn't have to. Like, this is the truth. We shouldn't have to be going, this tiny little thing, but it is good, right? I made a clip of Stephen Miller as a Martian. So you just made a clip of Stephen Miller as as himself. Nice. You know what, E-Urban? It doesn't matter, man. And I don't say, you know where I'm going. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter as long as you laughed, right? If you're making stuff to like go and piss people off, forget it. Leave them. Leave them in their world of anger. They will tear themselves apart eventually. Jenny says, I found stick houses in the woods and I saw them and they're fucking awesome. They're like, look like they were made by midgets. Like the dancers from Spinal Tap's Stonehenge. That's what it looked like. I did my first Songtember song with the great Tremor Bear. Yes, yes, yes. Hugh, I think I skipped Hugh over too. He put something about his, where is it? Something about the pain. Is that what it was? Somewhere. I fucking missed it. But Hugh has overcome so much adversity. Last year, man, he was sick as bloody hell. And dude's on fire. Back playing guitar. Never give up, my friends. Never fucking give up. Trust me, I was on death's bed. I gave up in 2016. I gave up. And I wanted to die. I was driving myself to death. And I was taking fucking meth and everything because I wanted to. And something happened. Somebody found me, somebody who I didn't know, and they pulled me out of a hole and they said, you really shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing something else. People need to hear you. And they changed my fucking life. And you know what? I didn't even know this person. Let's quickly talk about this, but I'll finish with this. Gary Hubbs, I got to contribute to 2 Songtember songs, and when the time is right, Het and I will finish the song we started. Yes, indeed. Ed B Metal, I made my own empanadas today and they came out fucking amazing. Yes, I added the fucking because you should say that. Pete started preparing his tax return so he's less likely to go to jail. That's a good thing. Oh dear. Tremor Bear is apparently really good to collab with. And I'm doing a collaboration with Forrester the Wolf. Can you believe that? That's exciting. Well done, everyone. You know, Falcro says, I watched my friend's dog so her and her husband could go and celebrate their birthday. Falcro, I love you for that. You are bloody awesome. The first step to finding headphones is admitting you need headphones. Fuck yes. Fucktober for Leela. She wants anybody want to help Leela. She's looking for a fuck for October. So there is that. I sent Dylan the underwater love to make a video collab with. Hey, see, once you start talking about one thing that's been good, you'll start finding more. And I'm not telling you fucking this is perfect or anything like that, but it's a good mindset to get you in. I put out a few more awesome videos. Hooray. No. I think I saw a couple of them. Dude, you ripped it up last night, Sunshine. Archer! Sunshine Archer got up and performed last night at G May's Blues Fest, and she just gets better and better. So much fear and trepidation, but you know what? You're meant to fear all that stuff and have those butterflies, because when they disappear, Archer, you may as well not be playing music anymore. You know what I'm saying? You are killing it, and you should be very, very proud. I also decided I'm going to send a demo to Songtember rather than break my balls or finish it entirely. You know what? You don't have to finish these things for Songtember. There's no rules. Nicholas, I bought a terabyte fucking dongle to free up space on my fucking phone. Phone's been so slow. Yes. Good. Live to fly. Hello, David. Look, I hope you feel better after all of this. I've only got 2 minutes to go. I was going to play Hetriani. Here's the thing. I won't play the whole song. I'm not going to get to... Leela saw her parents. Yeah, Leela saw her parents. Leela had a great show last night too. You all should be very proud. Today's Laurie's parents' 57th anniversary. I'm so lucky to have them both. Look, I'm so lucky to have all of you in my life. So thank you for that. Here's the thing. A lot of us, sometimes when we fall into holes, it's always strangers. Have you noticed this? It's always, a lot of the time, people that we barely know come out and go, hello? And that is amazing. I don't know why that happens, but it does. A lot of the time when I've been in terrible places, strangers have pulled me out of places, maybe because there's no emotional attachment. But what I'm saying is be a stranger or don't. Either way, just let people know you give a shit and just say hello. Ask people if they're doing okay any time of the year. You don't need a day for it. I've got 1 minute to play a bit of this song. So I'm going to play a bit of it, yeah? 30 seconds and I'll dump you over at Pete. This is a track, of course, by Hetriani, and it's what I say on this channel. It's called We All Rise Together. I'll see you later, guys.